Hey guys, how are you doing? Como vocês estão? And today I'm here in Florianópolis on our 6th episode of my podcast, Big Players Talk. And today I'm here with Lucas, that is a great friend and also an entrepreneur, a publisher, a father. He has like a lot of different roles in his life. And thank you so much for being here watching us once more. And welcome, Lucas. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation. Very happy to have you here with us today.
Thank you, Davana. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great.
We are here in Floripa, and to be honest, Floripa, it's my favorite city in Brazil.
Mine too. I love the city so much.
It's like a European city, but here, like we can merge the good things in the both places.
Exactly.
So basically, I feel very great to see you here. I mean, it's like we actually are online watching.
Like, we see each other like very very often online, but in person is very difficult, right? Because of our agendas.
It's a little bit different, but it's a close friend. I mean,
it's really nice.
And I'm very happy for the invitation. I appreciate it, and I believe that we have a good way today to bring a good idea, a good history, and well,
that's it.
By the way, this is my first podcast in the studio, so it's I'm a little bit nervous.
Don't
about
be. You don't have to be.
Really but nice. I believe that we probably can make it.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be amazing. Lucas, I'd like you to start talk a little bit about your history, right? I think it's really nice. Every time that I talk to you since the beginning, it's very incredible, like, because you are a super young guy. Like, how old are you? 27 right now? 28?
28.
28. And you have like accomplished so many things in your life, so being so young. And I'd like you to tell us like where you started, how did you end up working with programmatics and having your own company, I know that you were originally from Goiânia, right? But you went to live in Aracaju later. So if you would like to start talking a little bit about your story, I think everyone's very curious to know more about you.
Sure. Well, it was a long history. So basically, right now I'm living in Spain. I'm living in Valencia, as you know, as you travel as well.
Yeah, I also live there.
And I'm 28 years old. I have two boys, two children, married with my wife, with Islana. And actually, we have two companies. We have the Generation and Hotfy. Both work with publisher niche. But 6 years ago, we started from here. In
Florianópolis, why? I think you probably mentioned some time ago that you used to live here, but I didn't recall it. I didn't remember it.
It's not about programmatic niche. Digital marketing is grudge. We have a different point, we have different focus.
Focus.
So we have a different point, we have a different focus.
Amazing.
And right now, we basically build mobile apps and websites about that. But early, we started to build software as a service. And here in Floripa was amazing because was my first campaign, profitable campaign. We was keeping trying.
We
were trying to be profitable with campaigns to our software. And here in Floripa was the time that we invested 200 reais and with 2,000 reais.
Wow! So you put 200 and you could take out 2,000 from your first campaign here in Florianópolis.
Yeah. After that, trying by I don't know some 3 months.
Amazing, super cool.
That's why I really like the city, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. You have a story with this place here.
I
right?
remember 2 years ago when I was arrived here in Floripa, and I really feel emotional about that because a lot of things are changed. Right today with 2 boys, with a wife, and
a family, right?
with new responsibilities. So
exactly.
And with a lot of history changed, traveling by 17 countries, make history. And we know that it's just a start, we have a lot of things to do. And I, by the way, I was thinking about in the morning how I was 100% that the things will make sure.
How I was 100% sure that things would work out.
How I was 100% sure that the thing was work out. And I really believe that 6 years ago here in Floripa, I was a little bit crazy about that because we don't have a point of data or something like that, but I really was trusted about that. You know, like I know that it's a little bit coach sentence,
yeah.
but we have a lot of history for that.
Yeah, exactly.
So right now we are bringing new products, building new solutions, but we can start for the beginner, right?
Yeah, exactly. So how did you found out about this publisher or like programmatic world? Because me, it was because of a friend who introduced me to a company that I used to work in Canada, right? And from there, like a new world opened to me because I had never heard about programmatic, so like ad slots, you know, all the ad units, everything that we work nowadays.
By the way, it's very different, right?
Yeah, it's a very specific niche sometimes because I usually work with two different niche, doctors and people from the programmatic area. When I'm talking about the programmatic area to my doctor students, they're like, I don't understand. Like, what is it about? I don't know if I could get it. So how did you start in this like programmatic world, Lucas? When was the first time that you knew about this, about like websites and how to like make this business profitable?
I believe that before to talk about the programmatic, we need to a little bit to move early. You know, like here in Floripa, we started a software company.
Okay, great. It was about what kind of software exactly?
Called Zap Fácil. Was a software
Zap Fácil, amazing.
Yeah, software that in 6 years ago provide solutions for business, for companies, to bring a lot of different people working together at the same WhatsApp number. You know, I mean, today we have a lot of different competitors. Today we have a lot of different competitors, but I sold this company, right? So, but was they started and
you started this alone, or you had some other people helping you?
I was with one partner, one today ex-business partner. That's why I meet this partner here in Floripa, and we moved the company, the Kiji, to Aracaju.
Oh, nice. Your office moved to Aracaju. Yeah, so
moved
cool.
To Aracaju because I remember that I was finishing a relationship, you know, and in Goiânia we don't have beards. That's why I say, I would like to live in a place with better quality of life. And Aracaju as well is not expensive.
It's a very beautiful city, but you don't have like a very high cost of living, right? Super great.
So I remember that for me, it's a perfect plan. It was a perfect plan, you know. Like that. After that, in Aracaju, we started to hire people and bring. We created as well. We created also a co-working as well.
Nice. In Aracaju. When was it? In which year, Lucas? Just to be like precise.
5 years ago.
5 years ago. 2020, 2021.
Yeah, 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
It's a long time, by the way.
Yeah, it passed so fast, right? When you see it's like 6 years.
Yeah. So after that, we started to build new products, new solutions. Work to, you know, like how to sell online. Basically, we build the software, the product in Aracaju and sold it in any city in Brazil, especially to São Paulo.
Okay.
And we met a guy called Marquinhos.
Nice.
I believe that with you is the same. We ever have the specialist person that make change, you know, like that.
You meet that person changes everything, right?
So
yeah.
Marquinhos was living in my building, my home, at the same apartment, and we met this guy that say, I use your software. I remember that we created a software called Simples Login, that it's a software that provides you to open a lot of different profiles in Google Chrome without the same fingerprint. It's more technical, but provide for people that work with digital marketing to bring a lot of different accounts and make no problem or make no issues with bans, blocks, you know.
Amazing.
And Marquinhos was using Simples Login, and after that he wrote for us in Instagram and say, hey, I am your customer and I have some issues, I have some problem here because the software, the license is not open, it's expired.
My license expired, something like this. Yeah, okay.
And after that we helped
him. We helped him.
and after that, we started to talk about that, because Aracaju is not a great place to digital marketing. Is not so huge like here.
Huge.
It's not so huge.
Huge. Remember Rio de Janeiro? Huge.
Yeah, it's true. So Aracaju is not so huge like here in Floripa. So we basically started to talk about the digital marketing, the software as a service, mobile apps, and something like that. And Marquinhos bring us the niche, the programmatic niche. And I remember, as you, how people can spend and traffic, from one to one blog or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And after that, we really started to study about that. Maybe I don't know, 4 years ago.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it was because of Marquinhos that you could know that this market existed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. And after that, we started to read about the programmatic niche. I meet Pedro. I meet other kind of companies like that. And, we really understood about how it works. And few months later, we were make profitable, make money about that. After that, maybe 1 year later, I sold the other companies.
Amazing. And you just focus on
programmatic niche.
Yeah, so nice. Yeah, it's very, very funny when you talked about this, because for me it was Thiago, the guy that that works in Active today. Because of him, my life totally changed, because he introduced me to a new word. In your case, it was this guy called Marquinhos, right? That could open it to you. Yeah, it's true. So cool. Great.
So the good is that after that, a lot of things happen in this niche. Not only about digital marketing, but about the programmatic niche. I mean, today we have communities. Today we have other MCM.
Yeah, amazing.
To provide the solutions, and that's why we can see that it's a huge niche.
Huge.
We can see that it's a huge niche,
Exactly, yeah. And it keeps growing every day. Yeah.
Keep growing every day. And that's why we are building new solutions, we are building new products. And we started with mobile app in, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah. We started with mobile app. We built a app called Scratch.
Yeah, that was like about sending some like notes or some questions to people, you think, right? Online, something like that.
Some people say call it Scratch, some people call it Secret, but it's about anonymous questions on Instagram, and we made 15 million users.
Wow, that's amazing.
In few months.
15 or 50?
15.
Wow, 15. A lot. 15 million users.
15 million users in, I don't know, maybe 6 months.
Wow, it's
and
huge.
It made me with that I can see that it's really a good point to study about that, and to bring new solutions.
Yeah.
So that's why today we keep working with mobile, with sites, websites, but also we have a
huge.
But also we have a huge investment on mobile app solutions, because I mean, nobody are how can I say, here in Brazil it's a new it's a new issue, like it's a new environment. It's very different between the programmatic for websites and programmatic for mobile apps. But in the other countries, it's very normal for companies that bring it, like solutions for mobile apps. And we have a different way to be profitable with mobile apps as well.
Yeah. And how was like this change, this transition? Because first, like, how many years did you work exclusively with websites? How much time, Lucas?
1 year.
1 year. And so how was like this change? When did you start thinking that mobile apps was like a better way, or maybe like a parallel way that you could develop your business? How was like this change of mindset?
I believe that we can keep looking to new opportunities.
Yeah,
like, like similar web, like Facebook ads library or something like that. And I remember that with Scratch, we read about the mobile app called NGL. No gonna lie. And that was viral in America.
Nice.
So that's why we really thinking about that. Yeah, we need to do something similar here in Brazil, because somebody will do.
Yeah, if we don't do it, somebody will develop it, right? This is the mindset of the entrepreneur. Like there is a opportunity here. If I don't catch it, somebody else will, right?
Yeah, and it was recently that I can see that how important is that.
How important?
How important is that? For because for example, if you not do anything, okay, no issue for you, but no other guy will try. And I mean, I can see today that I lose a lot of opportunities in the past. For sure that I will not cry about that. It's we are learn everything. And this month actually I can say that I learn a lot. And about the focus, for example.
Focus.
Yeah, about the focus, for example.
Focus.
About the focus, for example.
Yeah.
And with that, we can see that I mean, I have some skills about to be creative. So I when we are talking about the focus, it's because I was spent my time, I was spent my power, my money in a lot of different niches, like building a new mobile app for games, mobile app for tools, mobile app for Spain for Brazil. And this month I learned a lot about that, the importance to be focused, to bring new a better result, because for websites it's not easy that I can say, but for website you can open tomorrow a WordPress solution blog and start to write, but for mobile app it's 100% different. It's a kind of software that you need to learn about the onboarding, you need to study about the user. Probably the first version will not be playable, will not be runner. You need to learn about the data, and you need to make sure that people can use it and improve it. That's why for mobile apps, the main difference between blog, for example, is that you need to focus about the products. You need to bring good products. Probably you really need to like about the niche, I mean, for example, about TPM. I cannot talk about that.
Yeah. In English, actually, we say PMS. Yeah, premenstrual syndrome. Yeah.
So I cannot building a mobile app alone to talk about PMS. I mean, I need to ask help to my wife.
To a woman, right, to help you, right, because you don't have authority about that topic, right?
Because you need to build a good product.
Yeah, exactly.
And for website, it's the same, but is you can try, you can test fast. So
exactly,
tomorrow I can talk an article, some content about the TPM, about
PMS
about the PMS, and with that we can bring a funnel, we can validate it, we can run a test. And for mobile apps as well, we have another environment that is about the stores, Google Play stores, Apple Store. They need to validate it, any updated that you need updates that you can send for the mobile app. So we have a playbook to approval this kind of mobile app. I know I have some friends that they are finished the first version to the mobile app around 1 year, and they cannot approve it yet in the stores because they have some issues to fix, and you basically need to learn 100% about the policy. It's like policy. For sure the policy. So it's like the same with the other niches, but we have one environment more that you need to be careful about that.
Exactly. Amazing. Yeah, and I think one of the things that happens with apps that usually on websites doesn't happen. We were talking about some app that were super good for exercising, right? It becomes viral because the user makes like the marketing for all other people, right? We don't see these in websites. Like you don't go there and check it out because of traffic, and you go to your friends and say, hey, check this website out. We don't see it, but for apps it works a lot, right? So if you really understand your client, if you really understand your user is going to make the marketing for you, right? I think this happens a lot.
And App Store and Google Play Store, they have a lot of new mobile apps every day, and they need to bring data to know how will be the first, how will be the second, and how will not will be able to the search to the ASO, and so that's why we really need to make sure that we can bring the better product, the better
the best product,
the best projects, the best mobile app, because as you told me, the mobile app can be a big branding.
Exactly.
They showed we need to bring with together viral issue,
exactly.
but for websites, people can open your website and forget
and forget about it. Exactly. Exactly.
If you receive a message on WhatsApp, you can just close the window, the browser window, and nobody return.
Exactly.
But for mobile app, you can send a push notification. You can bring and work about the retention, and that's why I believe that a lot of people that are trying to build mobile apps that today work with websites, they have some issues. They had problems about that because it's a different way. You really need to be focused to bring a new product, but also you need to test it. Like probably the first version will not be good. I mean, you probably can find some issues on onboarding, some usability. You can learn the recommendations or not recommendations, messages. So that's why. But the good question is that today with AI, you can bring also AI solutions to read about that. I mean, 4 years ago when you launched Scratch, 1 million people using the mobile app at the same time. We were not ready.
We were not ready.
We were not really ready.
Ready. We'll start again.
We were not ready to know what they happen about the policy issues or about the data, because it's rich data. About 1 million people using the mobile at the same time.
Exactly, yeah.
But right now, for new products, we can bring out data, like and sheets, CSV file, and bring to an AI. And here's the user messages. Here's the events. Bring me new data. Bring me new solutions to make sure that people can use it.
Amazing.
How can I improve the onboard finish? How can I improve my data? And that's why I really believe that for this year, for mobile app, the primary word will be about the data.
Exactly.
And bring how AI solutions can really be really can help it to bring a fast fast validation, like people are doing at the mobile the websites.
Amazing. No, it's totally changed the game, right? And I think right now we can talk also about like how to take the knowledge from the source and how English can help it, right? I think right now, if you don't like, I saw that you had a participation in our the podcast as well with one of your friends in Europe, and you guys were talking about the importance of speaking English. And I think not only for business, for networking, but because of this right now, I think we have a lot of access to great tools, to great technology. But the first time that you have contact with this is in English, right? So if you need to translate, you kind of lose time over the journey, right?
Yeah. I can say that basically with in Portuguese, the content is a little bit delayed, But and this different about the time is it can bring the difference about the success or not, because you can be the first about to do it, to test it, And in English, we have probably 90% better about the content, because the people that are recording in Portuguese, they basically are a copy, like a copy paste or a little bit adaptive, but as you told me, it's really important to about and talking about mobile apps to study to know what is the difference between the markets, the tier, like for example, the tier for mobile apps in America or in Europe, it's really harder than in Brazil.
Exactly.
But we can get the data, we can read the content, and for sure, the English helping a lot to short this way, you know, like to make this way not so hard.
Exactly. Yeah. And also to explore new markets, right? Because if you just speak in Portuguese, just research in Portuguese, you are very limited to like our country. But if you can do it in English, you can go like you can run your apps, your websites everywhere, right?
Yeah. And about the conference as well.
Yeah. You had some opportunities like last year. I think you went to many different places, right, Lucas? We saw each other in Barcelona for one at the Affiliate World, I think, and you went to other places as well. You told me that in Paraguay, also in Asunción, when we were there, you could make a lot of networking in English, right? Can you tell us a little about this?
Yeah, sure. A lot of people, as you know, are traveling into Paraguay to apply for local residence to save money with tax or something like that, and that's why in the hall, my hotel, I really meet a lot of people, foreign people that they have different companies, different niches, and they keep, and English was 100% important to start some conversation like that, you know.
Exactly.
And the important thing about that is because in Brazil we have the sensation that we need to speak 100%.
Correct. And you cannot like have accent or this kind of things, right? Yeah.
And but to be honest about the trips, the travelers, they don't care.
Exactly. I always say that, like, guys, the CEO of Google is a guy from India, and he has an accent, and he commits mistakes sometimes, and nobody cares. He's super good at what he does, and his English is just like a detail. Of course, it's important to talk in English, but you don't have like to have an American accent to like do business or this kind of things, right?
Last year, I traveled to Singapore with my sister-in-law, Duda.
Yeah.
And basically we meet a lot of people in the hall, in Google event, in conference, and it was funny because they was really rude. It was funny because they were what?
They were.
It was funny because they were really rude.
Huge.
Huge. And in few hours later, they sent us a message on LinkedIn. Hey, nice to meet you. Was a pleasure. So it's great, your project. Let's talk about that. You know,
exactly.
And it made me feel, it's really. I mean, it's possible.
Exactly.
You know, that's why that I really believe that this year will be
huge, really good.
So, in last year also I was traveling to Budapest, and we met a guy that provided a mobile app, top 1 mobile app for short dramas, you know, short histories, you know. And I forgot the name for the mobile app, but basically I was talking in few hours, few moments with the guy, and I learned a lot about the niche, because here actually we don't have a lot of people together close, and that's why it's so important, this kind of event, this kind of conference. And English is a way for that, you know. But again, it's not, you don't need to study 10 years and to start to talk about this niche or something like that. People, they will understand. I remember 3 years ago in Barcelona as well, I was with low English level, you know, and I meet a guy that he was friendly, very friendly. He's living, I believe that he live in Hong Kong.
Cool.
And today I can,
he's here talking English for 2 hours, guys. So yeah, he speaks super well today.
Can speak a little bit more,
of course.
And we keep
talking
about a lot of things in Instagram, you know. Like it's funny because he told me, hey, it's funny because right now you are open to new opportunities to talk about culture as well. We can see that a lot of things that are happening at the same time, not only about the programmatic niche, but as well to e-commerce, to software as a service. AI are changing a lot. The last 3 months in AI changed a lot of things to bring mobile apps, to bring solutions. And I remember that when I was in Valencia 6 months ago, talking about the mobile app, right? And I mean, it was, right now it will be 2 or 3 times easier.
Yeah,
to bring out also, because a lot of updates
were developed in these previous months, right?
yeah.
Exactly.
So, and I am so excited, to be honest, about the new the new months, the new opportunities. For example, we have some solutions that a couple of years ago we need to spend 1 year plus 1 million reais, or 200,000 million, $200,000 to bring it, and it's done because this month, because we spent 10 days, with focus, and again focus, and no, because we know about that. I believe that AI can change in a lot of different niches, not only programmatic to write content or something like that, but also as well if you have some experience about the English, about any place, any idea, any niche, you can bring solutions. And a lot of people are scared, I will lose my work, or something like that. But if you stop to think about that, you can grow.
Yeah, you can grow a lot.
Grow a lot if you bring your experience with AI.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's a little bit nonsense that people get so nervous about AI, because I think if you stop to think about it, many years ago people were thinking about that, about internet. Oh, now the internet is going to take all the jobs, and what happened? The internet just make everything easier, right? So I think AI is the same. You have to change the mindset about AI is going to take our jobs. No, it's going to make your life easier. It's going to make your life faster, right?
Yeah.
Like what you told me, what we would spend like 1 year or like a lot of money 1 year ago to develop, right now we can do in days, in weeks, right? So this is just like how the market could improve.
Yeah, and I believe, to be honest, I really believe that it's not possible to think about digital marketing or programmatic niche mobile apps without AI.
Yeah, exactly.
You
This is really
and
great.
if you are scared about that, you have some issues to fix
Yeah,
first.
exactly. Go to therapy. Go to therapy first to fix that, and so you can use it. So really nice, great. Yeah. And how was your process with English also, Lucas? How did you start like learning English before we met? How was like, because you told me that in London, you told me a couple of times in during the class that you had like an issue in the immigration a couple of years ago, right? Yeah. So how was your process before us, and how do you feel right now about English after getting through our journey here together?
So it's funny because at the same time, when I was growing my company here in Brazil 6 years ago, I remember that I bought a ticket, and I say, okay, I will make my first
international trip.
Yes.
Very courageous. By myself, let's go.
Yeah. And
really good.
I bought a ticket for I don't know, maybe 1 week later.
Okay.
And it was not funny for the immigration officer, because he was thinking about how it's possible. I'm 21 years old guy with buying
buying a ticket like very expensive for 1 week, just 1 week before, right?
Yeah. And it was my first experience. I was deported in London. English for sure was not possible to speak, to talk about that. And it was a bad experience at the first time, but that later made me stronger. Like I really can see with that how it works the world. It's not only 100% okay, like Brazil feelings. Like I mean, here we can
you have the Brazilian way. You can talk to the guy, explain.
We are very friendly.
Yeah.
Compared to between the other nationalities. So I really believe that it was like a local trip.
Yeah. And you didn't realize that you were going to another continent, another people.
And so I remember that I have no plans to live in London, for example, in the past, but they really believe that it was
what we were going to do. They thought you were going to immigrate illegally there. Yeah.
So I was deported after that in my first experience, and after that I say, okay, I will learn English. I really believe that it's a good point, because
it's super important.
I remember that in the London immigration they call it to an online translator, but I remember that the guy spoke a lot of different things, like for example, and they asked a lot of different questions about that.
Yeah.
They made me 90 different questions.
My goodness, it's a lot. Yeah.
About Harry Potter as well.
Oh, really? They thought you were going there because of this, because of Harry Potter.
I
Yeah.
just remember, the name in English for the movie is not the same.
Because they Harry Potter with the accent, the British accent.
He asked
right?
it to me, what is the first the name of the movie? And I was saying the philosopher stone,
The Philosopher Rock, Harry Potter and the Philosopher Rock, but it's a different name in English. In Portuguese, it was different. Yeah.
So it was a bad experience, but I mean, my mother, for example, he suffered a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
He was thinking about to buy a ticket to fly to. Oh, it's my boy.
Yeah, please don't do it with him.
Yeah, I believe that other people in my family as well suffer a little bit, but this really make me understood how the world works.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can say that it was profitable to my career, profitable to my business life. And it's funny because some years later, I returned to London with my wife, and she saved for everything. It's about me. It's okay because we joined to London because I was with.
She said you were alone, it didn't work out. Now that you are with me, everything works. Amazing. Well done, Islana. Well done.
And it makes a lot of sense because last month we applied together for the American
visa, and you were approved as well.
She say the same.
Yeah, Islana brings you luck, right? You could not do anything alone. You have to do always with her.
I'm 100% sure for that.
Yeah, really good. Amazing. Lucas, and how I like because you were one of the students that really understood the method and understood the importance of talking to different people, right? Because sometimes the students, they are very afraid, Dao, I want to have classes only with you and everything. But when you travel, you travel a lot, and you know that that you have to be in contact with people from many different countries, and you have to be able to understand different accents, right? So the biggest number of people that you have classes with, the best, because I always say you cannot talk to someone, I only speak English with her. I don't speak English. No, if you speak English, we speak with everyone, right?
Yeah.
So how was your experience having class with different teachers from our method, and also having this contact with foreigners, right? You always have class with Anika as well. How was your process with us?
It was amazing. But at beginner, I suffer a little bit, because it's not easy. I mean, we need to change the idea again about the focus.
Exactly.
If you'd like to learn English, you need to spend time for that.
Yeah, spend time, spend energy, right? Get out of your comfort zone. Yeah.
It's not about the money. It's not about the success. Nobody will, right now you have this skill like AI,
just inject something on you. You have to work for that,
it's not
right?
possible yet.
Yeah. Maybe in the future. Let's see.
So it was amazing because we have a different accent. We have a different way for they really, for example, Rob. Today, to be honest, I like so much make class with Rob. But I remember that in the beginner, I suffer a lot because we're grammatically, the
British accent is explaining about grammar with a British accent, so it's a great challenge, right?
Yes, and after that, that you suffer a little bit. I believe that it's like the workout,
exercising, exactly. It's the same, and it's the same idea. Nobody can give you a great body tomorrow. I'm gonna buy it. No, you can buy different treatments, different people that is gonna help you throughout your process, but you have to do the work, right? Otherwise, you can't have it. In English, is the same, right, Lucas?
Yeah, and we don't have, for example, your A points, 10 points. You are approved or but we have the experience. We have our own time. Last year I spent I spent less time to class because I have some issues. At the other time it was easy, so I made class every day a week. But we can bring a tailor structure.
Exactly.
It was amazing, and maybe that's why people that are doing class in the normal school, in person, spend time and something like that, with losing time with traffic.
Exactly.
They are not learned so much.
Exactly.
we have tailored study about that, and adaptive as well for your reality.
Yeah, for a reality, right?
For reality.
Yeah, exactly. No, and it's really nice. I always talk about your example because Lucas is a guy that one day he's having class in Malaysia, another day in Serbia, another day in Budapest, another day in Brazil. But this shows a lot your dedication for this project, right? I think everything that you start, you go all in, right? You don't like, I'm gonna do it like 20%. No, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to put all my effort, all my expertise, all my time, all my energy, and that's why you get a lot of great results, right? Yeah, because everyone says it's difficult because I don't have time, but it's not about the time, it's about the prioritization, right? Because everyone has this time, especially right now that you have like this opportunity to have classes online. So like 30 minutes that you are on traffic, you had classes with me sometimes in the car with the children like in the back seat, right? Hey Dao, sorry, the children are going to be talking here, but this is the only time that I have, and this makes all the difference, right? I think that's why you developed so much, because if you stop to think about it, like from a guy that were deported like in London a couple of years ago, right now you can do a lot of business trips, you can participate in a podcast 100% in English, right? It's a huge like advancement, and it's because of your dedication, right? Of the time that you put on that.
Yeah,
right?
you need to make sure that how it's important for you. You know, for example, Duda, my sister-in-law, made also class with
English
you, right?
classes, yeah.
And today he had a girlfriend, and Blaze just speaking English.
Yeah, exactly. And she's working also with like her job right now is in English as well, right? Exactly. Yeah. So cool. And yeah, yesterday I was with a student who also became a friend who lives in Floripa, and he also works with IT. And when we started like having some classes, he wanted to have a job, a remote job from an American company, a company from other country that he could earn in dollars. And we started his process in 2021. In 2 years, he could get a job that he was making a great money in dollars, and he could have all this freedom about traveling to every place that he wants, you know. So it's something, it's a skill that totally changed his life, you know, because he went from a guy that had to go to an office from 9 to 5 every day, have like a salary in Brazilian reais, and right now everything changed. So I think it's exactly what you said. You have to have an idea of how much this can change my life, you know.
Yeah.
And in your area is the same, right? Because if even though like you already have your company, all the opportunities that you have to connect with people, for example, in Thailand, you were there like seeing the elephants, but you start talking English with a guy that later you could see that this guy could be a great partner for you, or a person that you could like have some connection about business in the future. And if you didn't have like spent your time learning English before, this connection wouldn't be possible, right?
Yeah. I can say that, for example, 10 years ago, if some people asked me, what is the best skill to learn to work in remote job, probably I would say developers build code. Today English is better, you know, because
exactly.
And not only English, maybe other languages as well, but English first. So because with English you can learn other skills, you can share yourself skills. I mean, the game change for me was when I understood that, okay, I am a interesting person, and they are interested to understand what I'm making in Brazil, and making my company, we're building. But I need to be able to, you know, like to talk about that, and to learn also about that, to share experience.
Exactly.
I met a guy in Budapest, for example, that bring me a model to save tax, to be better compliance and about the Google policies. And today we can, they have 40 companies in US.
Wow, my goodness,
You
he's
know,
a huge guy. And where did you meet him? Where?
Yeah.
Where?
In Budapest.
In Budapest, okay. Also a connection that happened because of English, right?
Yeah, and for example, today make a lot of sense for us because we can save tax, we can save, you know, like internationalization, we can really provide financial products and something like that. And it's like the flags theory, you know, flags theory.
No, I think I have never heard about
the
this.
flags theory talk about you need to enjoy anything that any country and place can provide it. So for example, financial structure in America, I mean, the good people to work, quality of service in Brazil, the quality of life in Spain, and maybe the tax residence in Paraguay or Dubai or some place like that.
That's amazing. Yeah, really great.
Because you really can understand that you born here. We're born here in Brazil, but you don't need to live only in this place. We don't need to just accept the things that the government, the TV bring us, So we need to, when you understand about that, we can traveling in a lot of place, and in any country you can see that they have a different system prompt. I'm talking about AI technical names because we are learning a lot about that, but you can see that the people are working, a lot of things together. The difference, for example, in Thailand, I really like it, Thailand, Malaysia, because it's not expensive, and people are very, very friendly. Like, for example, in Europe, people are they have a lot of good quality of life, but it's not, depends of the country for sure, but it's not so friendly like in Brazil, like in Thailand. But in Thailand, I lose my pocket, and they bring me my pocket with a lot of
things inside. Nobody like touched it.
And I mean, here in Brazil probably it was not
it was not going to be possible probably. Yes.
And I really believe that we need to enjoy a lot of things about that, like the flags theory.
I love this flag theory.
English, it's a point to
it's a bridge to do this.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think this geographical freedom that you have nowadays is something like priceless, right? Like to have the opportunity to choose where you're going to live, and it doesn't impact your business. Like, of course, we were talking about this today. Sometimes you have to do some strategic decisions about, okay, I'm going to live in this place right now because I have more contacts, or I'm going to be closer to my team. But having the geographical freedom of having the opportunity to live anywhere you want and building your business from it can bring us like this opportunity to enjoy the best thing of many different places. But this is only possible if you speak English, right? Because otherwise you're going to limit yourself, right? You're going to go to a place. I always say that if you live abroad or if you travel and you don't speak English, it's like you are blind. You cannot talk. You are blind. You don't talk, and you are mute, and you can hear also. You are deaf, mute, and blind, because you see something written, you can understand. You're going to talk to someone, you can talk. You hear someone, but you don't understand as well. So I think when you speak English, you open all these senses, right? You can really be there, because, for example, you were in Budapest, you could only connect with this guy because of this ability to talk, right? And I think this geographical freedom can give us the opportunity to enjoy like this flag theory.
Yeah, and to be honest, here in Brazil we have some issues, we have some problems about, for example, government and tax and something like that. That we can see with English and learn how it works. Live to this issue, to this problem. We can save our money in other place. We can live with quality of life in another place.
Exactly.
So it's really a bridge to the freedom.
Exactly.
For sure that you need to stay
to invest money on this.
Yeah,
right?
I can see that it's talking about digital marketing. The English class, it's like the paid traffic.
Wow, that's
because
so nice.
When you pay traffic for some place, some mobile app, some website, a lot of organic traffic as well they are bringing.
Amazing.
In mobile app it's happened more than websites, but and in English it's the same, because we are spoken about the conference, about the experience, but it's not, we are not speaking English only in the class.
Exactly.
We are attendance, we make new friends, and you keep learn with this guy.
Exactly.
For example, I remember that in the last summer in Spain, in Lloret de Mar, close to Barcelona, I made a friend that is from Egypt,
yeah.
And he works basically with cybersecurity. We spoke about Bitcoin. We spoke about the freedom. Like we spoke about the difference between the cost of living in Spain and Thailand, Malaysia, something like that. And I mean, it's very, how can I say, it's very profundo.
Very deep, very deep.
Yeah, so it was very deep subjects, you know. It was very deep issues, and we can spoke about that 100% like in Portuguese, like in with Brazilian people. And not only the superficial, like where you from or something like
just
that.
a small talk, right? We call this a small talk. Something that you like when you meet someone on the line, you say, "Yeah, where are you from?" "I'm from Brazil." "Ah, Brazil is so nice, Pelé, Neymar, whatever," and that's it, right? When you speak English for real, you can really go deep in some subjects and create new connections, new friends, right?
New partners
as well. Yeah, you also had an opportunity to talk to I think it was a professor from England, right? A British that spoke with you in British English, and she was complimenting your English. I don't remember if it was in Brazil or if it was like in a place in Europe, but you talked to a woman, an old lady that used to be a professor, and she was talking to you in English. I don't know if you remember about this. You told me.
Actually, I am very good to make
friends everywhere where you go
with old people, with, you know, like
so
senior people. They are very friendly, and I don't know if because I have interest to understand about
to learn from them, right? Sometimes they want someone to hear them, and they don't have maybe some people around them that are interested in their story.
To be honest, actually, today we have a fast way, you know, like can you imagine AI, for example, for senior,
for a person who is old,
you know,
it's
like
very difficult.
I can try to talk about a little bit about that to see the difference between an AI video and not AI video, you know.
I think right now they are getting used with this, right?
Can you see that in few years will be us?
Yeah, exactly. No, nowadays, I don't know if you saw this. It was a video that went viral. That was a kangaroo, a small kangaroo, trying to board on a plane. Have you seen this video?
No.
Yeah, my goodness. It was like a small kangaroo, and it was AI. And they were saying, he is emotional support. And the girl was saying, I was trying to board this plane with my emotional support kangaroo. Can you imagine how crazy this emotional support kangaroo? And I couldn't land, and I couldn't board. And everyone was sharing as if it was true. And I was one of these people. And later I watched it and was like, guys, of course there is no emotional support kangaroo. It's so obvious, but you know, it's something really,
sometimes
really
it
crazy.
happened with me. I really believe that a video
it's true and it's not.
And my boys say, oh, that is not true.
And your boys were like, how old are your boys right now, Lucas?
6 and 7.
6 and 7, they are teaching us, like, right? Okay, come on, like, you are so old. This is not true.
By the way, I keep learning a lot with the shooting. It was some place that I went after before having shooting. I was never imagining about that, you know, because for example, we live in Spain around 2 years, and they speak native
Spanish perfectly, right? And I always say to parents, like, if you have the opportunity to put your children to learn English or Spanish or any language, put it as soon as you can, like as early as you can, because their brain are still like forming the idea, so they don't have like this complexity about, they don't understand that English is something complex because they are learning about everything.
And it's funny because they merge the things, you know, like we're talking about some sentence in Portuguese, and after
they change to
Spanish.
And they're learning English as well, I think. Right now it's cool, right?
They understand 100% in English, but to speak it, they prefer Spanish or Portuguese
because it's more comfortable for them.
But we are working about that.
Yeah, exactly. And you told me that when they got there, they hated Spanish, right? They were like, we don't want and everything. In a couple of months, they were having friends that only speak Spanish with them, right?
They streaming apps like Netflix and Prime TV. We really, they don't have the language, our options language, and so they really just have the native language, probably English and Spanish.
Okay, so cool. So they consume content in English every day.
So for cartoons or movies, you know. And I remember that 2 years ago they were nervous about that. I don't want to talk Spanish.
Angry, like, no, I don't want to do this, please.
But right now they really prefer.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's like, it's something that is very, very common, but sometimes for children, we have the power over them to say, no, you're going to do it, right? And I see that sometimes we don't have this power over ourselves, right? Because when we are adults, like we know that we have to get over our comfort zone to learn English, to learn anything, to exercise, to keep a healthy routine, right? And we don't have parents to be like, oh, you're going to do it, right? But this is like the same process that your children went in Spanish is the same process that we go in English. In the first month, you're like, no, I don't want to go. It's difficult. No, teacher, speak with me in Portuguese, translate this and everything. And so we have to force our brain until one day it becomes easy, just have to be consistent in the beginning of your process.
I really believe that also is that they don't have bills to pay,
Yeah, exactly. They don't have all these concerns that we do, right?
They can spend 6-7 hours on the school.
Yeah,
only 100% Spanish. So exactly. It's open to learn.
Yeah, it's easier for them, right?
I really believe I can see today that they are lucky guys.
Exactly. In the future, they're going to thank you a lot for this. Yeah.
It's not. How can I say? It's not 100% that they can use it for something good, but if they want, it's
they have this opportunity. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And how was this change for you and for your family? Like, we always talk about this flag theory that we were talking. I think we were talking about this without calling it flag theory. But there are great things in Brazil, great things in Spain, right? How was this moving for you, for your family? What were like some of the great things that you could enjoy there, Lucas?
So actually, it's different right now because in the first year was amazing for the quality of life, for the thing, like a new
everything
new place.
Is new. Yeah, you can travel a lot.
But I can see that for business in my case, it's 100% better here. Stay here in Brazil. That's why I'm traveling a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I have the confidence. I am 100% sure that they are right now in a good school, like in Spain with security, with my wife. So they really are enjoying the best place for quality of life. They are not, as I told you, they don't need to pay bills.
Yeah, so they can travel a lot. They learn English, Spanish, and they don't pay bills. They have the best life, right?
I don't know why, but they love hotels.
Oh, why?
when they are joined to the new hotel to do the check-in, they open the door and start to they starting to jump in the
on the bed. So nice.
Yeah.
Like, guys, I think I saw one video of one of your children, I don't remember which one, saying that he likes to take planes. I like to fly, to go to. Yeah. What is your favorite activity? He was like, going to the airport to take a plane, right? I said, he's so young and he's so wise already. He knows what is good in life, right?
Really I remember good. that my wife told me, hey, they really have a different experience than us compared with us, because tomorrow they can say, oh, I would like to eat in Italy, and the flights in Europe is
so short and so cheap, right?
By 1 hour,
you can be anywhere. From Valencia. Valencia is so strategic, right?
Yes.
You can take a plane to like Vienna in Austria, 50 euros, 1 hour. 1 hour you are like in Palermo, Italy, many different places, right? Yeah.
Yesterday I was in Google here in Brazil, in São Paulo, and we spent 8 hours by car.
Yeah, exactly. My goodness. The logistics of traveling in Brazil are very different, right? Especially when we live in Europe, we just get so used about this. Like, I remember that I was in Geneva, in Switzerland, on like Sunday 10 a.m. 2 p.m. I was in my house in Valencia, and 2 p.m. I was taking my bike going to the beach in Valencia to enjoy my Sunday. So the morning I was in Switzerland, in the afternoon I was going to the beach in Spain. This in Brazil is kind of difficult, right? Because of the size of our country, right?
Yeah, that's true. We really drive by car because I was booked the flight in the first, one day later.
Yeah. One day earlier.
One day early, and it was very expensive.
Yeah,
like $1,000.
Yeah. So no, come on. Inside of Brazil, we can go to Dubai with this money, right? Yeah, exactly. So
and that's why we say okay, and for 2 people. We say no, it makes no sense. Like drive by car.
So you drove from São Paulo to here, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, 8 hours. Yeah, it's a long road, right? You also like to do some road trips in Europe, right? But in 8 hours we can cross 3 countries there. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know if I told you, but last Christmas
Last Christmas, yeah.
we traveled by car around 5,000 kilometers
I remember.
in Europe. We
Yeah.
drive to Valencia, from Valencia to Paris. After that, we return to Valencia and drive to Lisbon. And after that, return to Lisbon to Valencia. But as well, we made some stops in Andorra as well and some other place.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good.
Yeah.
The highway, it's very good, you know, like no issues.
Exactly. It's totally different than traveling here in Brazil sometimes.
Yeah.
There's more, it's safer. I think it's really safer. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good experience. And by the way, my boys, they don't want to buy that. I try to buy a Porsche or something like that. They really say, they really told me, Daddy, I would like that the next year we try a home truck.
It's so nice. Yeah,
You know,
yeah. A truck, like just like a motor home. Sorry, motor home.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the name as well.
So they really have the plan to December. The next December we rent or buy a
motor home. That's so cool. Really nice. Yeah. And I think this is also something that sometimes we don't think, right? Like your experience of learning English also could provide your boys a lot of great experiences because you speak English, so you can travel to many different countries and you can introduce them to a new world, right? Because like even though you were living in Spain, but if you only speak Spanish, it would be more difficult for you to take your family to go to London or, to like Serbia, to all these countries that you had been, like Malaysia, Hong Kong and everything. So when you have this ability to speak English, you can also provide great experiences for your family, not only just for yourself, right?
Yeah. And actually, right now, I'm learning Spanish.
Yes, with my team as well. But by the way, how was your first class with Laia? It was a Spanish, your Spanish teacher, right, from Spain.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Really nice.
She's very friendly.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah,
I really believe that we probably will. How can I say? We probably will hit. The goal,
hit it off super well. Yeah. Your goal is to be approved in the citizenship test, right? That we are preparing you for it.
Yeah. I don't know if people know, but for the citizenship in Spain, you need to do 2 different tests. One about the Spanish language, and the other about the Spanish story, history.
History, exactly.
So that's why the history I was approved because I like to talk about geographic and geopolitics.
You studied a lot about this, right?
I like to understand why the things happen,
Yeah, so cool.
And right now I have the next month the Spanish test.
And we are preparing you for it, right? And I think it was really great to have like the opportunity to have Laia on our team because she's from Spain, right? So there is it's like English when you talk with a person from, like we talk with Rob, he has some kinds of vocabularies that I don't use because I speak more American Canadian English and Rob speaks the British English. It's the same thing about Portuguese from Portugal, Portuguese from Brazil. So when you are learning Spanish, it's important for you to know that some things you can say in South America, you can say in Spain, and the other way around, right? So it's important to have like this contact with a person who is from there and who knows about this vocabulary.
Yeah, that's true. And it's about the same method, right? So it's about the your school. So I have the sensation that it's like the same the way to learn English, to like to change the new words or something like that. So it works. So I believe that we probably keep the class later after that.
After your test for sure. It's really important.
And
really nice.
It's very funny because she can understand the thing that I am talking about, the difference between living in Spain, living in Latin America, in South America, and living in other places like Canada.
So, Quebec,
yeah, it was very good because we can talk about that. I believe that, for example, with Rob, I feel very excited because Rob understand. He's very curious about the digital marketing and how it works, about the software. We are talking about Linux, for
Wow,
example.
so cool. Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
So it's really good when you can see we can speak about something that we understand.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
like right now, for example, it was my first
Podcast in English.
in English, and not only in English but in studio. And
Exactly.
I was feeling okay. I was thinking about that. I was okay. I will stay a little bit nervous, but it's normal. It's not. It's like the same.
Yeah.
I believe that we can talk here. We can talk.
For the whole afternoon, if you had the opportunity, right? Exactly.
And
Yeah.
it's normal because we are talking about things that happen, things that we believe, like things that we live in. So it's different between to try to talk about new issues or new skills.
Exactly. And this is why I think the students like the method so much, because we don't follow a book like, oh, you're gonna talk about, I don't know, the environment in Amazon today, like something that has nothing to do with you, right? We build like the study plan, the plan with the students, with the interest of the students. So sometimes Lucas brings to me like, Dow, this is a new project that I have in my company. Let's talk about this in English, or like this is is some of the issues that I have to work on and everything. And we change like the class for your interest, for the things that are important to you, right? And so this brings more excitement for you to talk about something that you understand.
I remember about the one friend, in common friend, that had class with you, and you told me that they basically asked about the okay, if I would like to meet
yeah, if I like to go on a date, why don't I talk to this girl?
Yeah, I mean, I'm married, so it makes no sense to me talk about that.
Exactly.
But
for this guy, something interesting for him. Like, I'm single, I'm traveling, so how can I make the first move? What is a great question to ask, or something like this? And we tailor the class for the student. Like, if you want to learn about this, you're gonna learn.
I believe
about
that
this,
it's
right?
about the success. It's because 100% tailored.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see on your Instagram that you have some doctors.
Yeah, also.
And they are prepared to talk about the one studying or something like that, and it's tailored for that. And that's why it's good. Like that's why it works.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, for example, I have a student, Laura. She's in Miami. She's presenting a project about obesity because it's her area of study, and her classes were all tailored for her presentation. So I didn't use any video, any TED talk. She was bringing to me, to my teachers, what she was going to talk, and she was practicing with Anika that speaks only English. So if she commits any kind of mistake, Anika could correct her. With Rob, because also there will be some people there that were speaking British English, so she could like practice about this as well. Like if she hears a professor speaking some lecture there with the British English, she could understand, and it's 100% different than the class that I have with you, that you were talking about. We are creating new projects. I am like expanding my business right now. We are going to talk about Hortify in Brazil. We're going to be in an event. So it's like I have to organize the class according to the student interest, right? Yeah. So I think this is why. And when we are talking about something that is interesting for us, we want to talk more. We feel like more excited about it, right? Yeah, so this is why it works. Yeah.
By the way, I was started my career as a developer, so I was not started to sell, like seller.
Exactly.
And Alvana, by the way, helped me a lot with the sales skills.
Yeah, with the sales skills.
She's very good to sell.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's why she are talking about the idea to share my projects and talk about the planning. How can I say that? And it make a lot of difference. It's a big game changer.
Game changer, exactly.
In the conference, in the event, because you can go to the conference without a plan, and you probably will feel out of blue, like. Peixe fora d'água.
Yeah. You are going to feel like a little out of her place.
Yeah,
would say. Yeah.
But because in the conference you can see 1,000 people, 2,000 people. But if you go to the event, to the conference, and with English, and prepare to talk about people about the mobile apps, or talk about only about the Brazilians that provide payment solutions or something like that. You know, you need to prepare not about the networking skills.
Exactly.
And you helped me, by the way, a lot.
Thank you. I'm happy. I'm glad to do it. And I think this is also something that works with the method, because every teacher, not only me, like every teacher has some backgrounds, has something that they had worked before, that they had traveled before. So, for example, I have Rafael that lived a little bit in Spain for a couple of years. So let's imagine, not your case because you live there, but a student wants to move to Spain, doesn't know about the culture, how people talk. Like because sometimes, I don't know if you had ever experienced this, but we go like to a restaurant and people sometimes are very blunt, they're very direct, right? In Spain, for us, sometimes it sounds a little bit rude. Like, this person is not like very polite with me.
And they delay a little bit.
Exactly. They don't bring the things super fast, right? But if you don't understand about this, maybe you don't know how like how to communicate. So I think when we open the class to be like very, very tailored, as you said. So today, if you want to talk about sales, I have my background about sales. If you want to talk about surf, for example, Arthur has his background about surfing, about living in Australia. If you want to talk about programmatics, I have some teachers who had already worked in this area. So it's nice because we can bring also not only the knowledge about English, but also the knowledge about other skills, right? So
by the way, about Spain, it's not that they are very friendly. You just need to make to understand that quality of life is better than just work. You know, like make no sense. I need to wait in 10 minutes to pay right now
to go home
to a meeting.
Exactly.
I mean, this is normal here in Brazil, maybe in America, in Canada, but it's not normal in this place.
Exactly.
Traveling a lot, I can see that they have a lot of difference about that.
Exactly. And not only knowing in the language of the country is important, but knowing about the culture, right? I always say this to my students: we have to look at other people's culture with curiosity, not with judgment, because sometimes we go to other country. I'm talking about myself right now. When I got in Spain, I was like, these guys, they stop everything for 3 hours in the middle of the day to sleep, like siesta. Like, they don't like money, they don't like to work and everything. I was very judgmental when I got there, because we have this background in Brazil. The more you work, the best. The more money you do, the best. But there they have a different kind of way of living, and sometimes right now, I think sometimes we have to learn from them, because they value other things that are super important, that are like to have quality time with your friends, with your family, to enjoy life. Also, life, I think if I could like summarize the idea about work of Spain, it would be like, life is not only about work, there is more to offer you than just work. But so when you go to a place, like in any place, you go to Japan, to USA, to China, to Canada, to all countries in Asia, we look at this culture with curiosity, like, why did they think about that? Maybe I have to rethink about my way of thinking about this. Not that you are going to take the other people's culture to yourself, but you can understand, okay, they have a different way of working, and I can learn something from it, right?
And to be honest, I learned last year a lot of
about this, right? Exactly.
For example, I was even delayed about that, and running for some
always late, always like, I have to be there in 10 minutes and everything.
So we don't need to stay late, like delayed. I mean, you can see I arrived here 10 minutes plus, but it's about the Brazilian skill as well. I mean, we can programming our mind, our calendar, our agenda to make sure that everything is running, and not do it running like just to build 100% things, 100 different things in one day. You can planning, and I can say that I learned the last year a lot of things about with senior Spanish people about that.
About being more precise, I think, right, Lucas? Sometimes it's not, I learned this, I'm learning actually about this, that sometimes we want to do 100 things. So because we think that the more we do, the best, but we have to be very precise. So like, what is the only thing that I can do today that is going to make the difference at the end of my results? results. Maybe I'm doing 100 things, but just one is working. So let me just like eliminate 99 and put my focus on this, right?
Yeah.
And I think this is why people in Europe, like in countries that they have more quality of life, they do. It's not that they work less, they work better. They work in a smart way. So they work hard, but not as hard as we do in Brazil, because sometimes in Brazil we have like this idea that the more we do, the best. And sometimes you do less, but you do better, and so you can have a better result,
Yeah,
right?
actually, I can see that in Brazil, to have a better quality of life, we need to be um outlier, like we need to bring a lot of more things.
Yeah.
Probably you have a lot of examples,
Yeah.
yeah. And okay, makes sense, but it's not, you don't need to do it every year, every day.
Yeah, exactly.
like
All the time. Yeah.
all the time, exactly. So it's going to be a vicious about that. And when you stop and planning, you could you need to have a great experience, enjoying the time to bring the children at the school, um, and keep growing, keep making English class, keep make meetings with my crew.
Yeah.
So I really believe that I learned how to live
Yeah, wow.
in Spain.
Yeah, that's a great learning, right? It's a great thing to learn, right? And this
And
is
it's
nice.
very different between the things that I was thinking about when I was living in, like
when you moved there, you had another idea about
Yeah.
about this experience there. Yeah, no, I learned it a lot. The other day I saw a video from that guy Cariani. He's like he's very famous in Brazil
Yeah.
about physical activity, and he said that he was in Madrid, and I was like, yeah, I could totally see myself living this situation. He was in Madrid. He took a taxi, and the guy of the taxi was super happy, and he said, yeah, I have a goal every month of how much money I'm gonna do, and today I'm reaching this goal. So your ride is the last one of this month, and after I'm gonna take vacation until the last day of the month, and I'm going to work again just next month. And it was like the day 20th. It was he had still like 10 days of the month. And Cariani was like, oh, okay, nice, but why don't you do like another business in these other 10 days? Or maybe you can work just 2 hours a day, but you can make more money. He with this kind of entrepreneurial like kind of idea. And the guy said, no, I don't want more money. I want more time. I need to spend time with my wife. I need to go to a beach with my grandchildren. And I if I have more money, I don't buy more time. And I was like, wow, we don't think about this in Brazil. Like,
we need to understand that in Spain, for example, the public structure work better. Like, I mean, you have 100% that in the school, your children will learn, they have a good experience, they can apply for an foreign university or something like that. And in Brazil, if you want something like that, you need to pay more about English as well.
Yeah.
And with that, it makes sense. It's a lot of true that we need to enjoy as well. I mean,
exactly.
2 weeks. I'm traveling from 2 weeks here in Brazil, but I really miss my family. They right now in Spain. I know that. That's why, that's why we need to make focus about that, because with focus we can. Okay, if I need to work, I will work
hard.
And because I cannot work with people that are not think the same, that I can lose the time, my time, and you need to bring good projects. You need to bring the golden time to do it, and later you will enjoy your life.
Exactly. And we talked about this also. You showed me like the average time that we spend with our children right at home is very high in the beginning of the graph, but later when they get out from college, it's very low. So I think these first years, they are like paramount too. Like every minute that you have with your children these first years, they are like precious, right?
As father, it's stranger to think about that. Okay, I just have 18
summers. When you talked about this, I was like, my goodness, I don't have children, but it hit me hard as well, right? Yeah.
So can you imagine with some people?
It's like when you have a child around
and you
right?
can see, okay, why I'm working more with people that are not interested to make good deals or something like that, or thinking about the business and only thinking about the short time. We don't need to think about the short time for projects, for business. And about the guy in the taxi, I can understand 100%.
Yeah, of course.
You can live with a good quality of life. You can enjoy the time. Probably okay. He's not so
rich.
But he's rich in other kind of kind of steps, kind of niche, kind of area.
Yeah. He's reaching what money cannot buy, right? And this is the most difficult thing to do.
I really believe that it was the things that are changing in my mind. I'm learning. I keep learning about with my children. I keep learning with the different about the culture that I'm in Spain. And because I can see that the last 6 years I worked a lot. Which for sure, I was saved for that. I changed my family. I changed my life. But also we need about the focus.
Exactly.
With focus, we can keep bring product. We can make good results, good deals, and enjoy the life, the trips.
We don't have to choose, I think, right? And I think what you are doing right now, what you are creating, these new projects, it can show to your clients, your new clients, that it's possible to do both, to have like great results in your company, to like spend time with mobile apps, develop mobile apps, improve your performance, but without losing this quality of life. That is something that sometimes we do like very intuitively. You don't think about this, but when you see we are working 12 hours a day, right? And it's not like, of course, it's some for some periods of time of our life, I think it's necessary, but not forever, right? Just for a brief period of time, and later you can be more precise, and so you have great results without putting all your time there.
To be honest, everything is connected. It's one environment. And I believe, for example, with AI, you can make a lot of things that probably 2 years ago was not possible. But you need to make sure that we focus, and it's not will be one new product a week.
Exactly.
You need to learn about that and understand the data, the benchmarks, the briefing, and make sure that with the things that you are building, makes sense to enjoy your potential together with AI, and also enjoying the life.
Exactly.
Like trips, like English, like family. I really believe that it's the best way that I can learn the things that I can keep growing.
Exactly. I'm reading a book, and I will recommend it to you later. The name in Portuguese is A Morte é Dia que vale a pena viver. And it's a doctor that she worked a lot of time with people when they were about to die. So she take care of them when they were like in a final stage of their life. And she said that all people had this regret about, if I could have more time, if I could go back, I would spend more time with my family. I would have worked less. I would have enjoyed more, And I think this is like, it's very nice when you have the opportunity to think about this very before, like really, really earlier than we were there, like old, so you can plan our life better and do it, So I think it's something that would give us a different perspective of life, right?
Yeah.
It's really good.
And for example, I'm 28 years old.
Super young, my goodness.
Next year, in 10 years, I will never more had the same the same idea.
You're never gonna be 28 again, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
So I really for sure that you need to be productive. You need to be profitable. You need just not to be like only enjoy the life.
Yeah, just selling your art on the beach. I believe it's not gonna work.
I believe that it's the best way is about the good work-life balance.
Exactly. And I think this is the game changing that AI is bringing, right? To be like able to create something big without putting a lot of time, but like making your time more optimized, right?
Yeah. That's why that you make sure about your partners, business partners, that you, for example, are building new products, new companies, because everybody need to merge about this kind of idea. I can tell you that I probably, if I look to my history, I lose some some valuable time with ex-business partners that are not spend the time with you, and for sure make part of the business.
Yeah, it's part of life, part of the game, right?
And we learn about that.
Yeah, exactly.
But with 28 years old, I can see that
wow, you lived 100 years of experience, I think, right? Every year is like 10 years that you could expect.
Yeah. I believe that you can see the difference between my mindset about that. If compared today, with 1 year ago.
Exactly. No, I think we develop a lot in 1 year right now, as you said, not only the technology, but because of the accents of the business. And you changed a lot. Like when you started, you already had a very visionary way of looking at things. You were always looking ahead. But right now, I think after we started our process in 2024. So it's like 1 year and a half. Throughout this time, everything changed, and you changed also along with this, right? You expanded a lot, and I think this is great about not only about the market but about your mindset, right, Lucas? I think this is one of the things that I always say. We were talking about you in the first podcast, me and David, we were talking about this, that you are a guy very curious and you are very able to learn. Everyone that you talk, you want to learn from this person, because sometimes we have this idea, no, I already learned about this. No, you are never like this. Every person that you talk, you're like, okay, what this person can bring to me, what can I learn with this? And this makes you be a person that is so ahead of your time because of this.
And I believe that about the culture is about the same. You need to bring the good things, every place
can something to teach us, right?
And
exactly.
they have bad habits, good habits, good culture, and you need to bring the things that you believe that it will be the best for you.
Yeah, exactly. We have to select the best. Amazing, Lucas. You don't believe, but already 2 hours passed. Can you imagine? 2 hours, speaking English. So thank you so much once more for being here. Would you like to give a final message? I don't know, for people who are afraid of starting their process of learning English, or are afraid of trying something new. What would you say to these people that are watching us?
I can say that people really don't care about your issues in English, if you speak bad English or something like that. Just start it.
Exactly.
And start to traveling.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here, Lucas. It was a pleasure.
To finish, I just would like to send hugs to my family.
Islana and the children. We remember a lot about you guys today here.
Next Thursday, I will be in your home.
Amazing. He's coming. Thank you so much, Lucas. That's it, guys. That was our 6th podcast of Big Players Talk here in Floripa with Lucas. Thank you so much for watching.